Hello everyone, very warm welcome to Oliveboard, and I hope I'm audible as well as visible. So first of all, this is a very important session. So as you guys already know, the short notification for the RBI exam, RBI Grade B exam for this year has already been out. So it is around 40 days to go for the exam as per the notification, right? So here I am with the preparation strategy video. So what we can do in these 40 or like odd days to maximize our score in quant. Now, most of you guys have this question, sir. We are not that strong in quant. We have some issue in this particular subject. So how to get rid? So we like that fear that you guys have around this quant. So how can like we help you the most to get rid of this? How can you prepare in the most efficient manner? You see, I'm using the word most efficient. That's that being the keyword here. Okay, now we will deep dive into that, but before that let me just like discuss a little bit. This is going to be a very strategy based video. It's a very short video, very concise video, so you know I won't like waste much of your time. Now, for absolute beginners, if you guys are just about to start your preparation, so this is the a grade B, the exam structure of this. Okay, so you will have total 200 questions, as you guys can see. As you guys can see over here, 200 questions and 200 like marks, and you will get 2 hours, that is 120 minutes. Out of that, quant or quantitative aptitude will consist 30 like questions, 30 marks, but again you will only have 25 minutes. Now you will say, sir, problem is this, and this is only for phase 1, which will be qualifying in nature. This will be qualifying in nature. So you just need to qualify this. But again, this is a problem. It might seem very easy, but again, the pain, like the difficulty level of the paper is not that easy. Let me say this upfront only, right? But with proper strategy, if you follow a proper strategy, you will see it is not that difficult either. So that is why the analysis I've kind of broken down the last few years exam trends, so that you also get the idea ki acha, like I will try to convince you guys, and at the end of this video you will tell me whether you feel is it that difficult, like whatever you have heard or whatever you feel, like the aura like around this particular subject, is it like kind of justified or not. Okay, now having said that, so you just like this is the 30 questions, 30 minutes, you have around 25 minutes. Now let's go into the cutoffs section. So there are two types of cutoffs that you need to clear in this particular exam. First and foremost is the overall. This is the overall cutoff. Out of 200, last I've taken the last 5 years data: 19, 21, 22, 23, 2024. Now we'll say it's a 2020, that was the COVID year, as you guys may well remember. Now the exam pattern has shifted after COVID actually. You see, suddenly from 122, the cutoff was almost half, like exactly half, right? So this was 67, 54, 63, 66. So you can follow, you can expect the cutoff will be around in this range only. Around this 65 mark, 65 to 70 is the cutoff. Out of 200 I'm talking about. Now coming back to this, now clearing only this cutoff is not enough. You have to clear all these sectional cutoffs. Now talking about quant specifically, the cutoff last year was 7.5. Previous to that, this was 4.5 for the past 2 years. That like before that, it was 6. It was 6. Now please understand this. That means you have to, the last year you had to complete at least 8 correct answers in order to clear this. Now again, if you falter, let's say somebody has scored 70 overall, but has scored only 7 in quant, that person is not qualified. He or she has to kind of qualify. He has to clear each and every cutoff. That's the problem. So you cannot just say, sir, my quant is weak, let it be. I'll my like say, let's say my GA is very strong, so I'll and GA the like total is sir like much higher, so I'll clear it from there. Okay, so you cannot do that. You cannot do that. So 80 questions GA or reasoning with 60 questions, I'll clear it from there. That's not possible. Now, having said that, you see, 7.5 last 5 years, most the cutoff was at most 7.5. So 8 questions let's take. So meaning out of 30, the point I'm trying to make is you have to minimum, this is the minimum that you have to score 8 out of 30, right? This is the bare minimum. But what I generally suggest, if you are a good student, if your quant is theek thak, I'm not saying very exceptional, so you can very easily score. I should not say very easily, but again, you can score at least 12, on the higher end 15 as well. I've seen students score 15. But again, the number is very rare, but again, 15 is achievable. It's not impossible. Like over 15, it's very, 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 very rare. I should say this. Why? Because then the time also plays a part. Now, again, first things first, how can we get to this point? Because first target, you cannot take 15. First, you have to like target 8. So how can I get to 8? Then once you have secured 8, once you are on a regular basis through your mocks, you are saying 8 I can get to like on a regular basis. Then you increase yours. This is the strategy. Say last 3 mocks, you are consistently scoring between 8 to 10 on the quant section. Then you target, Acha, can I get to 12? Then if you are scoring 12, then target, sir, can I get to 13? Then 14, then 15. You can increase your marks like kind of gradually. You cannot expect from 8, suddenly you will jump to 15. That is not how things are done. Right? Now, for that, now please understand what are the types of questions. This is the most important slide of the entire like kind of this whole thing, this session. This is the most important slide. This is the proper analysis of last 3 years when the questions started becoming tough. Okay, let's understand what was there. Out of 30 questions, you see 50% of the paper, sometimes more, was data interpretation. Okay. Achha, just a second, there is a little mistake. There is a little mistake, okay? So data interpretation column is this. Okay, total question is 30 always. Total questions are always 30, sir, for every year. This is always 30. Data interpretation questions. So there were 3 sets. Okay, this is number series actually. This is number series. Okay, I'll go there. Now, data interpretation, we had 17 questions last year. Now again, it varied because there are multiple shifts, 2 shifts like to be specific, 17 questions on an average. In 2023, we had 15 questions. 2022, we had 15 questions. Generally, let me just say this, you will have 3 sets of DIs. On an average, each will have 5 questions each. Now here there's a catch. Sometimes one set can have 6 questions, so one complementary set will have 4 questions. On an average, like 2 sets, like if you take the sum, 10 questions. 5 questions of like consists like kind of completes the set. So total meaning what I'm trying to say. So if you are targeting, your first target is to get to 8. So you have to from these, now out of those 3 sets. So please understand, one set will be very difficult, very hard. Now, how can they make the question hard? Either they will make it very calculative. It's impossible to solve it within the time. If you start solving it, your exam is gone then and there. Okay, that is what I call in my batches also. I've told this multiple times. That is that thanks for watching type question. देखने के लिए शुक्रिया, वो सिर्फ देखने के लिए आए. Don't even attempt that. Don't even try to attempt that. Okay. So that is just for watching. You don't try that. Again, sir, another, like from the other couple of sets, one set is generally very doable. Now again, don't expect SBI PO prelims or IBPS PO prelims level questions. If you are expecting that, that's a foolish investment. You don't expect that. But again, there will be a question, one set of 5 questions, which will be very much doable. Your first job is to find that set. That's the easier said than done. Why? Please understand, beside the question, it won't be written. He said, this is easy, this is moderate, this is difficult. So that is where the practice part of this comes in. That is why we always say, bhai, like you need to practice. Because the more practice you do, the more experience you gain, the more ulta seedha questions you practice. You put yourself through awkward questions, awkward situations. You are thinking for 30 minutes, 40 minutes on one set of DI. You can't even begin the question. You can't even understand where to start from. The brainstorming, the more brainstorming you do on those type of questions, again, please understand, not every, it may so happen even after like trying for 30 minutes, like when you're practicing, even after trying for 30 minutes, the net result is 0. You couldn't get a single question done. But again, the work that you have put now, that result you will get in the examination. Why? The experience that you have gained, कि अच्छा ये क्वेश्चन करने वाला नहीं था. So that identification power that you are developing, that instinct that you are developing, that will help you to choose that easy set. And if you choose right, 5 out of 8 is done, sir. 5 minutes mein ho gaya, sir. It will hardly take you 5-6 minutes out of like 25 minutes. And once you can solve that, you see, you have the confidence. कि भाई मेरा exam is going good. At least I'm talking about point section. My exam is going good. Now again, if you are very good in DI, now again, if you are someone who is going for 15, or if you feel you can get 15, then you can target another set. Another set is there which is moderate, which will not be very difficult like this, the difficult set, which will not be as doable as this. It will be somewhere in between. Generally, that's the pattern. Now again, it's up to you whether you can do that or not. It is up to your skill, up to your experience, up to your confidence, right? But again, come to number series. This is one scoring area. Now again, if you have solved at least 500 to 1000 number series questions, yes, that much you have to solve. That is the magic number, minimum 500 questions. Then, sir, you will be again 2 to 3 questions on every shift you will get. Why? Generally, number series question come in form of sets in RBI grade B. So again, one number series question, they will give you, again, don't expect basic prelims level questions like from banking exams, SBI, PO, IBPS, PO, don't expect that. It will be multi-series questions, one wrong series, another missing series, something, so they will make some weird combinations. If you can like identify the pattern, it gives you, you see, from one pattern, you identify that there will be 2 questions or 3 questions. If you can identify 3 out of 3, if you can't, 0 out of 3. That's the thing. So again, this is a high value like chapter. If you can solve it, you will get it. Now, next easy doable chapter is quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. Now, let me say one thing. This is a very hit and miss chapter. Now, I have seen, especially in 2023, they had given a couple of quadratic equations which were so lengthy. It was not difficult, but it was so lengthy. If you had attempted, now, after doing 4, 5, 6 steps, you would have gotten an equation that was so big, you would have left it. कि भाई ये नहीं हो सकता. Otherwise, generally, quadratic equation is generally doable. Apart from that 2023 one. 2023 में ऐसा कुछ बहुत ही गंदा काम इन्होंने किया था. I still remember 2023, like it was most probably on first shift or second, like either of the shifts. एक shift में आया था, दोनों में नहीं. There was a very bad quadratic equation and there were two questions from there, set based questions. Two question, one set. Okay. Now, another very scoring topic which I always suggest to prepare well is DS, data sufficiency, and quantity comparison. Now, quantity comparison is always a little bit on the lengthy side because you need to, if there are two quantities, it will be a little less lengthy. If they are talking about three quantities, it will be a little bit on the lengthier side because more the number of quantities, more calculations, more problems, more time. But DS questions, please learn how to solve the DS questions properly. How to solve DS questions without actually solving. Without solving. How to get answers to DS questions, data sufficiency questions. Please learn the craft of that if you don't already know. This is very, very important because this is a part in the entire paper. This is the only topic which you can solve, which you can answer without actually solving the question. If you have proper conceptual clarity. ये इकलौता ऐसा part है, right? There is no other part which can be done, which can give you the marks. And generally, couple of questions you will always find from DS. Now, coming to arithmetic topics, interest is a topic which is very important. Profit loss, boat and stream. So again, you cannot, I should not actually say the names of the topics individually. Why? Let me give you the reason for that as well. Now, interest, you can get one simple question. Now, if I say, let's say partnership is not important. Let's say, again, partnership is actually important. Let's say partnership is not important. But please understand quantity comparison when I say, na, there are three, let's say they have given you three quantities. So three quantities they will give you from three different chapters or from same chapter. So they can do anything. So when they, like, please understand. So if they give you three quantity comparison questions from three chapters, that means they can cover 9 chapters in 3 questions. Let's say you have done every chapter apart from partnership. Again, the whole question you can solve, but that one part of partnership you don't know, you have not solved, you will get stuck. The whole question is gone. So again, don't leave any chapters as such. Another part you should prepare is and you will get a question from there. Either PNC, but again, the most probable is probability. Probability is generally more important than PNC. Why? Because probability always requires a little bit conceptual part of PNC. So they like to kind of ask probability because while solving probability, they can also check whether you know PNC or not. So you can expect out of those 30 questions, a question at least will be from probability. Now, again, if you're targeting 5 questions from DI, and you need to solve 3 questions from this, I will suggest DS से 2 है तो 1 कर लो. Do the number series में से 1, at least generally 2, quadratic से 1, and arithmetic और quantity comparison 1 आधा तो इधर उधर से हो ही जाएगा. 8 बन गया आपका. So 8 is very easily achievable. Even if you are not even if quant is not your strong suit, even it is not, you are not from a science background, or quant definitely is something that you are a little bit fearful of. Now again, coming to those who feels quant is their strong suit, let me say one thing. If you can somehow get 15 and 7 is the cutoff, so you are getting 8 as your lead. Let me say one thing. In an hyper competitive exam like RBI Grade B, where the cutoff is around 67, 54, 63, right? Here a lead of 8 is juggernaut. It's a huge deal. Even if you can't get a lead of 8, let's say, let's reduce the, you can't get 15, you get 13. Lead of 5, let's say. 7 की जगह 12 मिल गया. Instead of 7, you got 12. You still got a lead of 5. That's also a huge deal. So that will create a little bit less pressure on you on like for clearing the overall cutoff. That means you have a little leeway on, because you see, it might so happen, let's say you are very good in reasoning, हो ही सकता है एक सेट ना नहीं आया दिमाग में. It may so happen very well, right? एक पजल हो नहीं, हुआ नहीं, समझ में नहीं आया. It happens to everyone. After all, at the end of the day, we are all human beings. Same thing can happen to GA. One thing that we all know, but again, current affairs आया नहीं, because most of GA is about current affairs. As you guys already, I guess, know, almost 90-95% is 5-6 क्वेश्चन ही I guess आता है GK like static से. बाकी पूरा ही current affairs है. इंग्लिश का भी सेम, राइट? एक अच्छा पैरा जब मिला गया, हुआ नहीं. लेट्स से just to take an example. So please understand, if you can take a lead here in quant, so that will kind of give you a leeway, a little bit of headroom for other subjects, and like kind of give you the confidence, right? Now, so this is the part, this is the understanding. Now, coming to the last part, this is the last 40 days strategy that we have created for you guys. Okay. Now again, I know the font size is very like small, but because I tried to like kind of mm, do everything, kind of fit everything into this one window. That is why this is the result. So what I've started with, let me just say this. So you see, topic. So I've divided, we all have divided. So 2 slots, 3.5 to 4 hours each. So that means we are keeping, or I'm trying to keep it very realistic, 8 hours a day. Because some of you are working, some of you are like doing this, doing that. For working, 8 hours nikal pana is very difficult. I know. But again, try your best for this month. If possible, take a leave, whatever you can do. So 3.5 to 4 hours a day. So 2 slots, one in the morning, one in the evening, right? So evening we have kept it for GA and English, a little bit reasoning here as well, right? Morning में थोड़ा दिमाग अच्छा चलता है. So this is mostly for quant and reasoning, at least in the first 18-20 days. So you see, quant, number system, percentage average, these are for the, so these are all the revisions, right? Like this is the, given that you have gone through the basics. So ratio, percentage, a partnership, like ages, data interpretation. You see, data interpretation will like kind of repeat multiple times, because I told you more than 50% of your like questions you can expect from DI, data interpretation. Now, again, then like the reasoning topics, blood relation, logs, and definitely direction sense. Coming back to this, then interest, simple and compound, profit loss, along with that quadratic. Again, quadratic se bhi, quadratic ka basic alpha beta questions also, or like those things also come. Now, pipe and cistern, time and work. Again, like second week's seating arrangement, puzzles and this. And again, every week, if you can see, so 2 mocks we have kept. Now again, you might have this question, sir, after only covering these much, should we take a mock? Yes, because then only you will understand, you will observe the progression, whether you are making any progress or not. And apart from that, let me say this, the live mocks, the free live mocks, those are a must. Those are must. Okay, these are the paid mocks that you guys already have. And live mocks, it is definitely those are must. वो तो like वो जैसे चलेगा चलेगा. Now, time, speed and distance, then the next topic, and boat and stream trains, the whole time, speed and distance part. PNC probability, mixed allocation, and comes to QC and data sufficiency. And critical reasoning will be the reasoning topic for this. Now comes the ESI government schemes, that part. And last May, again, PYQ tests. Again, that is a very important thing. You will find in the website or in the app as well, past years PYPs or PYQs in the test format. You can give those as tests. You can give those as tests. बिल्कुल नॉर्मल RBI फॉर्मेट में you can give those as tests, and the solutions of those I have uploaded in this channel. ये channel में ही in the live section I've taken those as like those in class formats solutions. Okay, you will find those playlist section में भी है, and I'll ask anyone to link that playlist in the comment or the description section of this video as well. Okay. So this is the entire 40-day roadmap in front of you guys. Now, before ending, just one little thing I would like to like say to all of you guys. Please understand, this is a huge exam, huge deal. I'm quite sure, certain you guys already know all this. Just a quick reminder: if you clear, for 99.99% of this of you guys, this is going to be the last exam of your life. This is how big a deal this is. Just to give you the magnitude of the exam. So remember this. This is how big a deal this is, right? So keep it in mind and prepare accordingly. This is how significant this is. So prepare accordingly. This is the time to step up your game. Don't waste a minute. Do like when you are like studying, when you are working hard, this is the time to work hard. Give your 100% when you are studying. And then I'm not asking you guys to be like alienated like from the outside world and stuff. Study this 8 hours with 100% focus, then do whatever you want to do. But again, do those 8, like give those 8 hours with 100%, religiously 100% focus. Perfect, sir. So that was my 2 bits. I hope you will gain some. So I was able to help you guys a little bit over through this video. If you have any queries, anything at all, any feedback, please feel free to comment down in the comment section of this. I generally reply to you guys like through my personal email, right? So any queries, any feedback, feel free to comment. So thank you everyone. I'll see you guys in the live sessions on this channel, and definitely in our paid courses as well. Thank you so much. Take care and bye bye from my